Hey guys, Banana Luck here. Welcome back to another Water Realms video. We're back with a Lord Fitness run, and yeah, that's basically all we need to say. I'm going to be trying possibly the optimal team that I can find here. We've managed to hit the max score. You have to bear in mind that for the Lord Fitness boss, the max score is twice, or rather 50% of the other teams. So just bear that in mind when, you're wondering, oh, why is my score lower? It's not because, you are not doing as well. It's simply because the score is lower than before. So the max score is 1.5 billion for rewards, but purification score-wise, you can go up to 2 billion. But this team has managed to achieve even more than that. So let's have a look. You also notice that we've swapped back to the earliest healer, because you no longer need any debuffs here. You can simply just, do your usual stuff and still get by. Yeah, I can see that he dodges quite a bit, dispels everything, and you really need debuffs to get going, do anything to him. So that's why you can run a Watcher's team in the center still, but you gotta make sure that, everyone else is running debuffs to stack as many as possible. And ultimates are pretty much auto. Don't really have to worry too much about them. And yeah, you can see every time he dodges, he just disappears completely. And yeah, the perch is to disappear, I think. Yep. $2.4 now. This is already over the max limit. And one thing to take note of as well is if you're struggling the bosses, you can find a friend who has higher awakening units and use their friend assist. Chances are it will replicate their best runs and do the exact same placements. So you see the same amount of damage, which is not bad. Because then you don't have to worry about inviting them in to, still be able to clear through this content, which is really nice. Can we get one more Numera ultimate here? No, unfortunately not. So 3.28. I think it's slightly higher than our last run here. Our last run was 3.02. So this is 3.28. And in terms of max scores, yeah, I don't know why my poison team did way better. But for Infernos, we did swap out a 9 and that seems to do better as well. So that's the max score you can see. Even though it's not 4 billion, you already hit the max purification score of 4,000, which is what everyone should be aiming for when, you're clearing such content. And yeah, there's honestly not much else to go on about here. One thing you have noticed is that I'm running Tiao Chan. So after lots of trial and error and people doing many different things, it seems like Tiao Chan is still able to provide inspiration to units around her. And that's why you see that in the video, we did actually crop our placements around her. So it's important that you have friends to do this with because you need to discuss with them to do such things. And yeah, maybe we can just do one more run, see how it goes. And yeah, I think having Celine here was just for the constant debuff. Because for Celine, I think every basic attack also? Yeah, ultimate is the one that gives the vulnerability. And then we have the dark marks, but I don't think those do anything. me just invite them, have another round. Then we can call it a day for the video. But this one is pretty straightforward. I think we could probably try chaotic as well. But because of the heroes that we have, we kind of have to let one of our guys run watchers instead because he doesn't have the chaotic teams available. So yeah, you definitely need poison and burns together as well because I believe only burns stack up that way. As in, like, there are different debuffs. If let's say we do just, one burn, then it's going to be a very different story in terms of how many debuffs we can keep on. Yeah. Alright, let's get in without further ado and see what we can do here. My guess is that it's going to be the same exact run. I'm going to be seeing exact same numbers. Not expecting anything different here. And just pop the ultimates when he gets back. Down it goes.
Gather round and despair. Stare into the black flame. Feel the wrath of the Grimthorn. Taste my staff. Bow, loyal servant. Gather round and despair. My prayers will come. Stare into the black flame.
Damage seems more or less the same. I'm not seeing much of a difference here. But there is definitely RNG there because for some reason the team did like way more damage on the second run. I'm not sure why. Like we did 1.3 billion instead of 1.2. Sorry, 1.1. See, once he comes back, how quickly he can stack up the poisons and burns just to remove all the buffs that he has. I think I could probably Mano Numera's ultimate if needed as well, just to pick up as many stacks of poisons as possible before he disappears. I think that's the way that you can min-max this, but does it matter? I don't really think so. Like, I think whatever we have going on here is good enough. One more round of ultimates here. Yeah, I think we beat our score again. I have no idea how we did it because the placements are exactly the same. 3.5. Yeah. I mean, let's take a look at damage charts here to see what we are expecting. Yeah, 1.338. Oh, okay. So I see that Infernos had a slight jump there. And then, yeah, Wukong as well is more or less the same. And then we're still hitting that 1.338. So it's a nice score. I mean, with this score of mine alone, you already pretty much almost reached the max score. So even with two weaker teammates, you can still, more or less get there. Because don't forget, the max score for Finis in terms of rewards is 1.5 billion. And to get max purification score, it's going to be 2 billion there. So yeah, very nice run. And with that, we're going to end off the video here. So the most optimal team is obviously going to be a mix of these units. And then, yeah, let's just take a look at gear. Hell's Lament for Nestia with the Unstoppable Force variant. And then Tear of Twilight. Numera is with Hell's Lament and Unstoppable Force as well. And then we have the Shadowed Hilt. Selene is on Cataclysm with the Acertheresis Ring. And then we have some Rage Regen as well with the Sanguine Shroud. And then we have Bond, Cataclysm, a weaker Unstoppable Force here, but we do manage to meet the crit requirement. And then the Bone Duck artifact. If you don't have this, use the Black Collar's Claw. And then Earless is just in an Unstoppable Force Invigoration set with the Euphoric Orb. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. The optimal team will be a Burn team, Poison team, followed by a Watchers team. Watchers is nice because you get all the debuffs and all that. I'm not sure if Chaotic will work. People will need to try, but yeah, those are definitely some of the options to consider. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.